Welcome back, welcome back. You already know what it is. Goof Troop on step. Anyway, you already know what it is. Hope you guys doing alright. Been watching some videos and I seen something that blew my mind because it's about the moon. You know how I feel about the moon. Wolfgar, we up. Strangest shit. Like, I swear, bro, I find, or I don't know, I be seeing some shit. So I'm watching this dude, and he does the reactions, you know what I mean? People be doing their reactions. And he had a video on there from TikTok or whatever. And the video was a lady talking about the moon and that she figured out, or someone figured out and told her, and some shit. People been thinking, right? So people, and it's funny, I made a video just recently saying, why don't nobody ever question the fact that the moon never spins and it only stays on that one side? Like, can somebody fucking say something to me? And of course my Lord does. My Lord always answers my questions with other people. So as I'm watching this, she says, what it is like, you notice like the dark spots on the moon and shit and all that, and then there's all that light shit. She said what you're looking at is like a map of the world. She said when you take an outline of Earth and you see all the continents and everything, she said that's exactly what you're looking at when you look up at the moon. I said, I don't know, because I don't have the technology to do that, but that sounds really dope. That there's so many things that makes me think. So when she said, like, look, she got the world map and then she made it transparent, like a little see-through. And then she just put the moon on top. And the shit really looked like it. I said, whoa, that's deep. Like, and then my Batman brain starts kicking in. And I go, okay, if you have found out this truth, what does that mean now? And what I thought right away, because, you know, all the things I do and say, as above, so below. Right? So you're telling me that the moon is an image of here. Basically, that's what they're saying. So above us is the same thing right here. You get it? As above, so below. And then I said, well, how big is the moon? And that's not normal. I hope, can y'all see that? That's some weird ass looking clouds, bro. I mean, it's not that it's weird or something, it's just the scenery. Like, if you can see it, the buildings that are all connected next to each other or whatever, the clouds behind them, right? And then when you look at that one all the way there, and the taller one there, you can see that the clouds is in front of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the clouds are coming behind the city or some shit like that. And like the sun. Now I don't know if y'all can see that or whatever. And that just made me forget what I was talking about. But I've been like recording this same scenery for a year now. And the sun always came up on the other side. Now I'm not like super smart when it comes to like positioning of the sun. So yeah, of course it moves when it rises, and it's winter time now. So you know, they say it moves a little bit during the season. So I don't know. I'm not trying to speculate on that. But that is a beautiful scenery though. But yeah, as above, so below. So I'm sound horns. Yo, my father be bugging out. My father be bugging. I swear, it's like I pay people to fucking sound these horns every day, but I'm broke, bro. I can't. As many times the horns sound, come on, how many people can I possibly pay to do this shit? Now, that made me think, what the fuck was the moon? You know what I'm saying? Meaning, as above, so below. There's been many reports of people seeing strange shit on the moon, bases and things that look like bases, and you know what I mean? Now we're getting told that the moon basically is a map of the earth, right? And when I think about back in the day, how they navigated the earth and all of this different stuff and wanted to go places that they never seen before, they use above. There's always somebody studying the stars or something in the cosmos. And then there's always that one guy said, yo, I really believe with my calculations that there's more. There's something. And they were right. I wonder if any of them looked at the moon and seen that and said, yo, that kind of looks like, you know? I mean, they ain't have super telescopes like we have now. But I don't think that lady was using a super telescope. Get it? Was that another world? Was that Eden? I'm just throwing shit around right now. Like I said, I ain't got all the answers. Some of y'all niggas gotta come up with these answers too. I'm just here to make you think, like Dean Calloway said. Shut out, my G. I'm just here to make you think. You stole my tagline, nigga. Well, you didn't steal it because you came up with it before me. But everybody says that. I've been saying that line forever. But that is the line, bro. Like, that's the greatest line I ever heard on any person that talks about truth on a YouTube channel. When he says that shit, I used to love watching Dean Calloway before I had my channel. I used to love watching all different people like me. That's why I watch a bunch of different people, because all of them are not like me. One nigga talks about the Indian history, and the other dude talks about the Israel history, and the other dude talks about it's all, I like so many different things. It's like, it's hard for me to be at 100% because I gotta do a lot of shit. But yeah, like, was that, you know what I mean? Was that Eden? You know what I mean? Because God did kick niggas out. And he, you know what I mean? And we can't get there no more. Because it's supposedly guarded by two angels with flaming swords. Now, I've already explained that the Lord puts spirits in everything. So, you know, the stars are alive, the planets are alive. And if you are a son of God, you know, what if you're actually like a ball of light? Because you have a spirit in it. And the flaming sword is the fire that we know to be around stars and stuff. Can a person just walk up to it? You burn. You get it? You know what I mean? I'm reaching this. I'm reaching. Now, another thought. Because the alien shit that everybody keeps talking about and the demon shit everybody keeps talking about, was that their home? Is that where they? Because you know, like Satan had a kingdom, right? Get it? You know they were the watchers, right? They had to watch humanity and report to Big Dog, get messages. What better station than the thing that hovers right above Earth? And they can watch. Sound the horns. They can watch. They don't have to interact with you. And they can always watch. And like the moon has that power of pulling the tides, science says. You know? So they can affect the Earth. Kind of get where I'm going? And then I did that video on Oshun, the moon goddess that controls waters. See where I'm going? Sound the horns. Now another thought I thought is like, you know, we hear a lot about underwater worlds and all this different stuff, right? What if the moon had a lot of water on it and it was like an amphibious planet and they broke the law so much my Lord took the water from the planet completely, thus destroying them? Right? Now, if these things are really smart and that was a water inhabitant next to a place that has land and water, when my Lord destroys their world, where do you think they're going to go? The Lord did say, don't you pray to those things under the water. Don't you worship them. Was he lying? Did the Bible say there's things under the water? I think it did. Now, I believe he said it's wicked spirits or some shit like that. But like, then I just say, what if that was the Watcher's home? See, when I think of what the world says in science, and then I think of what that Bible says and stuff, everything's a lot smaller than what they try to, you know, it's more simpler. In the world of science, the universe is forever and all this other weirdo shit they're guessing. And now they found out the universe ain't infinite. It has an end. And if something has an end, it has a beginning. Nothing can begin without a creator creating it. Now, many different thoughts run into this new information. Now, like I said, it ain't got to be right. I just like the fact that it makes me think. That's what usually really good lies or the truth does to you. A good lie is going to do the same thing as the truth. It makes you think. Something else I want to talk about, I just can't remember. I don't know, I had to pause the video for like a minute. I can't really remember. Somewhere in my files anyway, I had a video to go over. So I'll just talk about this reading that I posted up since I got like 5-10 more minutes. I just posted a reading in my comment section or whatever, community section. And I know I keep telling you guys, don't fuck with the readings. Don't. The readings that I put up there are more like counseling sessions if you actually, watch the other ones. See, I started noticing there's like this thing. It's like weird. Like some readers just read and they just using the cards. And then some readers are like all this spiritual lighting candles and all this stuff. And it's like weird. So I don't trust everybody. And that's why I go by their words and what they say and certain things. And that's why you have to study good. That's why you have to understand when people just say the word God, they ain't talking about my daddy. They talking about the other fucking gods that are around the world. What the fuck? So when you go into a church and you whatever, it doesn't matter what the fuck it looks like. It doesn't matter what you think they pray to. It only matters what they do pray to and what the fuck they are attaching you to. Just how the world got tricked in the first place. Anyway, the reading was about closing yourself off. And I thought it was about me at first, which I think it is, because I even say it in my videos. I gotta get the fuck out more. Like, I be doing this channel and I go to work, but life ain't about teaching all the time. Life ain't about being serious all the time. And, I've been hurt for years and building my mentality and physically hurt and mentally. So it's kind of hard for me to just jump back out there and just like, I can still go out like I do every now and again. But I find myself being used to being alone. And there's nothing wrong with being alone. Everyone should have that power to be alone in case people get hurt or leave you behind. So being alone and being used to it is something you must, at one point in your life, prepare yourself for, because it ain't got to be a bad reason why you're alone. People get hurt. But the video was saying a lot of things that wasn't sounding like me. Like it kept saying about the person being closed off from everybody. They don't even talk to nobody. They don't try to take a chance to meeting new people, like I guess friends. But then it talked a lot about rejection. So, I was like, all right, this sounds like a man. It could be a woman though, because some women are scared of rejection too. But it kept saying about this way I don't think it's me. It kept saying you have to take the chance of being rejected. Don't worry about it. You're not, everyone gets rejected. And if you don't actually go to get rejected, you never will get the chance to be around the people that don't reject you. And I said, all right, that sounds a little like me, but that ain't me, because nigga, why you got all these problems? Because you fucking why'd you get the problem with the chick? Because you tried to holler at her and it worked, and then you didn't get rejected, but they were bad people. What happened to all this work beef? You tried to be cool with niggas at work, but they rejected you and then they hated on you. So I said, it ain't you that's like that. You be out here every day, even though you know it's this hard, even though you already been through this shit your whole life. Everywhere you go, you always try to start GMB. Everywhere you go, you try to get a new girl. Everywhere you go, you do try. This bullshit happens though. But I think that's because I even though I've raised my vibration, follow the laws, I still hold on to these attachments of my old self, which brings me around people that are like my old self, and they do what my old self and old people do. And I don't like that no more. So, I guess learning to step outside your box. That's why I think watching these videos of myself dressing up different ways and proving to people, when you have multiple dress codes and you actually like it, you can be around these places now and you blend right in. When I'm around here, I dress like this for a reason. If I go to a nice part of town, I throw the monkey suit on with the button down, throw the chains on real quick, take this fucking hat off, comb my hair up, get a haircut, throw the shades on, get a little decent, and just walk around and do the same exact stuff that I do in this town. And nobody's looking at me funny and shit. Females are not just walking by me when I'm in this camera and I'm like, oh damn. They're walking by me, looking, staring at me and shit. And I just keep it moving. Cause I'm like, I'm not focused on that when I'm out there. When I get my high caliber like that, I just like to be. I like to just be going around. I like to, it's funny too, cause I could dress like that and nobody talk to me, you know? But if I dress like this and I talk to certain people or whatever, maybe I just don't try hard enough. I don't know. Like the video said, you gotta try new things. You gotta start speaking to people. You gotta open your heart again. And because you're killing yourself, you're hurting yourself by staying alone. And that I understood. This is what made me put the video up there in case the person's watching. Or sound the horns, there's more than one of you. Because I know that's a problem I've realized my enemies all over always try to get me to do. They try to break my heart. They try to fight and argue with me so I don't be who I am, the loving dude that I am. You know what I mean? They want me to be on that Vegeta shit all day, every day. They don't want me playing the Heya songs and talking about God's love. They just want me talking about God's wrath. So I get it. But that's why they can't beat me, because the tricks they use is to get me alone and shit. But that's when I love the most, because I love myself. That's when I'll be like, fuck it, all right, whatever. I don't need a group of people to love and say, oh, you're my friends, and those are the only people I show love to. No, love is love, and you show love to people that need it. And that's it. And like I always say in my videos, you get something from it. And I understand certain people probably don't, because you never had the father with you. So, you know, you've never been doing this shit, so you're numb to it. And it's the truth. Whoever you are, if you're a woman, so what if you gotta go up to a man and be rejected? Like, you may have not liked a man and now you like him, and you're like, shit, I rejected him and he's probably gonna reject me. So what? So what? Take it. You're gonna learn from it. And what if he doesn't reject you? What if he, you know, what if you don't get exactly what you want, but he's like, you know what, I'll at least be around you, see where you really at, you know? And if it's a man, dog, you better stop with the whole being scared of rejection shit, because the only way to be a real man around women is to face countless rejection. Unless you're like that dude and you just got all your swag up all your life or whatever. I don't know how it worked, but what I do know is, he wants to play. He look like a little hyena. Oh man, control your dogs, man. Poor woman can't even walk her dog. Like, this is what I mean by being a good person. Is like like, you gotta have control over certain things. Like, why should that woman be in fear with her dog because you have a bigger dog, but you don't know how to control your dog? Should listen to exactly what you say. Stop, and it should stop. I've seen it done, but you know, people don't know how to actually, you know, they don't think that having animals come with a manual and you can actually make it do things. You just beat it and feed it. Anyway, or you don't train it at all and expect it to know right from wrong. Rejection hurts, but one, you have to sound the horns. Lord already know I'm about to say one of the deepest things. One of the things that got me always ready to get rejected after I built my confidence and get back happy again is I always remember the Lord gets rejected. Openly. People will know he's real, blah, blah, blah. And then he doesn't do what they want in life, and they openly reject him. Like, they don't even say, I don't believe in him. They be like, I don't fuck with him no more. I know he real. I had someone say that to me. I had a preacher. I had to school this nigga and then make him like go back to the father with the Job story and shit. Cause this nigga talking about, he took my wife. I said, dog, you a preacher. You know, you read the Bible more than me. This is my early days. And I said, dog, you lived the story of Job and he only took your wife. You got all this other shit. You talk about you mad at my daddy? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. What you talking about, nigga? I'm like, that's soft shit right there. Like, how you mad at God because he took somebody from you, but all his favorite, be right back, all his favorite sons that y'all read about, he pounded their entire lives. He took everything. They were sick and they were getting pounded and hated by everyone and everywhere they went and da-da-da-da, and they kept having to preach and make more enemies. And then, you know, some of them, you know, they ain't make it. Like, y'all don't look at all the countless people that did follow the law in the book and they lost their lives for the Most High. Yous only pay attention to the ones that win their life and he spares their life, but then you don't remember their story and how much glass the Most High said you're gonna have to eat this bowl of shit for years. Years and years and years. And, you know, you got my book, you know how I got mercy, you know how I can take anyone out for you. And I'm not gonna talk to you and tell you why. Do you understand? Job was literally at that time the most righteous person in the world, and he put Job through the worst. I don't know anybody that got it worse than Job. And he didn't talk to him, even though he could talk to Job. He never talked to him and said, I'm testing you, stay strong. He tested him on the real shit, like, I know my G, I ain't gotta say nothing to him. He's dedicated. Satan, you're a pussy, and that nigga more realer than you, and I'ma prove it because I'm not even gonna talk to him. Go do your worst. My little nigga, always gonna be my little nigga. Yeah. And he got everything back and more. So